Hey everyone, hope you all had a good weekend, and to anyone that attended Nats, hope it was fun. I didn't make a video about it, but I did say to some friends that Domain Monarchs would take home the gold. So, not to my own horn, but chalk one up for your boy, D Nasty with an IE. Subscribe for more meta predictions in the future. You already know who it is. Anyway, I was looking at some results from recent events in the OCG, and I saw not one, but two frog decks at top, so I figured I'd go ahead and post the lists on YouTube and talk about some of the card choices. And for anyone that hasn't been following the new cards, the reason this deck is played is because of a new extra deck monster they got called Treatoad, and it's really fucking insane. It's basically the frog equivalent of Dante. During either player's standby phases, it specials a frog from deck. Its negation that after it's negated something, it steals the card, as well as it floats whenever it touches the graveyard. So it's a really powerful card. So moving into the first list, this list got third place in a 82-person tournament, and very first thing to note is it's your boy OG King Frog of the Jam, 3 of, and the reason we play that is because of Rescue Rabbit, and we already know Rescue Rabbit's a good card. It's a 1-card XC's play. Terratop's a 1-card XC's play, so we already know how powerful that is. When your opponent Terratops you and makes Dante turn 1 with just 1 card, they're already really far ahead. So the idea is he makes Treatoad with 1 card, and it puts him very far ahead. And even though it is actually just the vanilla, you can special it off Unexpected Dai as well as Pitcher to Swap Frog, so it's not completely useless. Next thing up is the Greydle engine he ran. So it's 1 Eagle, 3 Junior. Eagle's able to be sent off Swap Frog, and then he normals Junior, and then specials back Eagle. And here he can make a single play, or he can make a rank 2 play with the Swap Frog. And one thing he can do with the Eagle is he can either have it die and steal something, or he can send it to grave with Treatoad to negate something. So that's pretty cool. A new synchro that came out in the same set called Cryston Ametrix, if I'm saying that wrong, sorry. It's a sort of Concealing Light, and the OCG players really love that card. So being able to access something like that in the extra deck seems like something they'd want to do. For the rest of the deck, the Frog engine, there's Swap Frog, Ronnintoadin, and Dupe Frog. And they're basically the best level 2 frogs you can use. Swap Frog is sets up the grave and specials itself, allowing you to make Treatoad more often. Dupe Frog tutors for Swap Frog. Ronnintoadin keeps special summoning itself from the grave, so basically the Frog Ruler, the Dragon Frogger. Anyway, the rest of the deck is basically just meta calls. Ghost Ogre is for pendulum matchups, as well as killing Naturia Exterio, that's like special off Cyberstein or something. Maxx C's for all the special summoning, DD Crow for BA and DDDs, and maybe the mirror match if you expected that. Winter Cherries for the hero matchup, which looks like you auto-lose it if they Dark Law you and you don't have the out. So, he also had the ABC extra deck monster, the Fusion, and for those that don't know, the ABC deck's basically a rank 4 deck, and their boss monster that they have access to is Banishing removal during either player's turn, so that's really powerful. Probably really hard to deal with this deck, so he chose to opt for Winter Cherries. So that's that deck. Moving on to the second list, and I personally like this one a lot more. It was played in a team tournament with 64 teams, 320 players, and it was on the team that got second place. So 2 things about this deck is that it's entirely possible he got carried to victory by his teammates. They were running Metalphostis in the ABC deck, and those are really top tier right now in OCG. But even if he did get carried, it's still really interesting to see this list in comparison to the first list. So I want to talk about it anyway. Second thing to note is I'm pretty sure both lists are from the same player. The formatting from Chrome's Translate to English is really buggy, so it's possible that I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the same player. So yeah. The biggest difference in this deck is there's a lack of the Greydle engine as well as no Rescue Rabbits. And here he opted to replace them with Kirin, Treeborn Frog, and Flip-Flop Frog. So obviously you can dump Treeborn Frog with Swap Frog. That's something we've been doing since like 2008. And you can special it off Treatoad as well. And the cool interaction here is you'll always have Tribute Fodder for Kirin, as well as you'll always have an extra normal summon thanks to Swap Frog. So basically you can end turns with Treatoad negation as well as a Kirin on board, which is really powerful considering that Kirin is a 2k beat stick that's untargetable, can't be destroyed, and is a compulse. So we already know how good it is. Pendulum decks, it's one of their powerhouses. They run Raccoon to search it, so yeah, very powerful card. Last difference is, major difference at least, is Flip-Flop Frog. So he's kind of slow. He's a level 2. When he's flipped face up, you can bounce any number of monsters equal to the number of frogs you have to your opponent's hand. He doesn't target, so that's really cool. You can special him off Treatoad during standby phase, flip him face down with his effect, and then flip him face up in main phase and bounce their shit. If Cosmo's still a deck when we get this support, then that'll be really good at bouncing untargetable ships. So yeah, here are the first of hopefully many frog decks from Japan. I'm personally going to be testing this. I love Swap Frog as well, being able to steal my opponent's shit. Cards that do that, like Snatch, Steal, and Change of Heart, are banned, so I'm going to have fun with Treatoad. If I missed anything, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good one.